Oh, there we go.
Welcome.
What up, though?
To the 31 Forever podcast. 31 Flavors, legendary hip hop crew. Out of Detroit. With the phone going.
Phone's off.
His phone, checking his wife telling him to
hey, keep that noise down.
Go to the store right now. Get some hot dogs.
That's funny you say that, because what you think he had for dinner?
Yeah, I had hot dogs and pork.
Nah, I know y'all, but the little man.
Pork and beans and hot dogs.
Hey, yeah, that's how we eating over here, man. Y'all donate to
y'all go to the
Raymond Noodles.
Let me stop.
I know, because you are a professional roaster, though.
No, I'm not at all. Not at all. I hung with a bunch of them. They'd talk about me all the time.
We'll have to get a team together and do a versus with but ain't rocking, because I'm over here looking like Jesus Shuttleworth today anyway.
You silly, man. No, so what's been going on? I'm Shannon Cason, E''S, yes, God bless. 0.5 of 30 of Born Unknown, 31 crew, and I'm here with my partner.
What up, though? Y'all know your man, Chris Lee, the Freaking Nature, AKA, we're gonna switch it up. Now it's Ink I Bust, like on some cannabis, AKA Old Man Frogan, you know, the whole nine. Yeah, man.
Cannabis was a killer. On the freestyles.
No, he was sweet though, because not to me. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't like
this, man. Did you listen to some of old Cannabis, like him just freestyling over songs?
He was sweet, but it was $990 million on the 17th hour. I ain't doing trigonometry, bro. That ain't you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. He was doing trigonometry back then. Don't front.
I wasn't. I don't know about y'all, but he lost me with all that.
Busting guns and all that kind of any of them kind of songs. That's
wait a minute.
Yeah, he was doing trigonometry on the song.
But yeah. He was
flow.
But just like Keith Murray, no disrespect, Keith Murray is a beast, but then he'll come with some. Sometimes I scratch my head with certain MCs, like, you know, your style, your delivery, all that could be dope, or who you are, like, you know, like what we about to
name yourself after him. So you just named yourself after a whack MC.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? My name is Chocolate Ice. You know what I'm saying? That's
like your name MC Nail. Hammer whack, but
have a give respect. Have a give respect.
I'm trying to take a negative and make it positive, man. Get a black man.
So what you been up to, man? What's been going on this weekend?
Man, me?
Yeah. This is Tuesday. The weekend ain't that far away. I know you.
I almost forgot. That's the bad part too.
God, you drinking too much of this on Monday. You forgot, but
we're coming off spring break. Nah, we coming off that spring break, bro. That's what it really is. But you're right. I did have a few too many. Actually, low key, I've been drinking light sky, like light beers. Got less car.
That ain't no
light sky. It's a blue moon, though. I mean, I'll try to keep it.
Next, you gonna be in the dress like Kid Cudi, like Kid Cudi. You up there drinking?
Hey, what's wrong with that? I'm just kidding. You'll never.
You drinking your seltzer water, Bartles and James.
You know, I drink that. Oh man.
Hanging out on the patio.
I knew the jokes was coming. He wanted to have that. You've been waiting for that comedy show.
No, I didn't.
Hey, with the sandals and the socks, and sandals, grilling.
So what you do this weekend? You do anything special?
Nah, man, we ain't really getting into much. Actually, I'm lying, because you know, last week we went to the aquarium, but that was like right before the show, the Georgia Aquarium. So that was kind of dope. You know, it was a little too. You're trying to social distance, and I think I told you we had a few, a few people who wanted to be security when there was no security. Like, man,
tell that story.
You playing baseball with basketball rules. No, I'm just saying, dude, you know, they were trying to act like my man was trying to tell me it was a line because my son ran up and he like, oh, it's a line. I'm like, who's no, it ain't. It's a space he got in. And, you know, he was a little perturbed. I had to whisper what could happen to him in his ear if he keep on messing with my son or whatever. But it was crazy.
People be taking things way too, you know, if there's kids and they running up,
I'm not like
upset. Go kick the kid out the way. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, I'm first. Me first. I'm 42 years old. Let me go first. I want to see the stingray.
And the bad part was I apologized. I said, I'm sorry, he's excited. And my man said, yeah, because yes. Oh, yeah. Come let me tell you something. I'll beat your mom. Yeah, that was an interesting. But, you know, it happened at the grocery store too, man. And it's crazy because my wife peeped it. You know, my son ran up and he was excited trying to find his mother and ran up on this lady cart. And she looked at him like, and then she looked up to see me looking at her like, you know. So I had told my wife I almost had to check off on this. And she like, yeah, I almost cussed her out too. She reaching all over people. So I don't know. There's a certain air. Matter of fact, getting on to, you know, like what we were talking about or some of the stories that we're going to get into for real in a minute. It's just an air out here of, I don't know if they think we worthless or you scared or what it is. But what up, though? I don't know what it is, but it's just it's something if I feel in the air that I'm just not liking as I'm getting back out here a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so let me show you the art of conversation. Now you ask me, hey, Ease. No.
you said it ain't all about. Hey,
how was
Shannon,
your weekend?
How was your weekend?
I'm talking shit. You know what? My whole family, okay, my wife, my daughter, they went to California to go visit friends, and they out there for 2 weeks.
Oh,
2 weeks in California. I'm home alone in the big house by myself, chilling.
Right.
So, you know, it's just been like strip clubs and strippers over the house. It's just been like crazy over here.
Thoughts and views or the banner.
In that other room right now. Let me do this interview real quick, you know what I'm saying, so we can hang out. But I've been having a ball, man. And the dishes. Damn, I got to get some paper plates, man, because the dishes is stacked up. I got to take some time to do that. Those be like the small things. I'm not saying, you know, family only do dishes, but those are some of the things I'm missing.
Right. I know what you said. Yeah.
Because I'm different when I'm by myself. You know, I'm just like walk around the house butt naked.
That's TMI, but you know, there's some people out here who might have some viewership that want you on the calendar, but that's a little TMI, bro.
That's too much. I'm sorry. You're right.
But that's a beautiful. I know what you said.
I saw one. Wait, let me stop.
You on a real vacation? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I am. I am.
Vacation because just being by yourself, you know, left with your thoughts is dope.
That's what's up. Everybody's saying what's up to each other in the thing here. People like I see Blue.
They having a reunion. It's a real 30-year reunion.
What up, though, brother? Blue out. Oh, Blue out in the house. That's who
that is. Yeah, mega.
What's up?
Mega. Yeah, man. I'm sure everybody too. I don't know. Should we spill the tea or do we get into the shows? But
spill the tea on what? I mean, just let it loose. I don't.
Yeah. Well,
what's
whatever.
The tea?
Huh?
I don't know. What's the tea? We'll get into
the tea. So, we should.
How we do the show? I say this. How we do the show? We do the current events. Then we do what we do an interview, and we don't have our interview today. But me and Freak are some down brothers. If we don't have, we just go. It'll hurt my heart not to do what I say I'm gonna do. You know, you get what I'm saying, and that's just one of the things. So we'll just jump online when people can't do the interview, you know. But we do that, and then we'll do top 5. I don't know what we're gonna come up with for top 5, but you can figure that out.
So this is the freestyle show where we telling y'all, like, for real. We should open up the floor. Who got a verse?
Yeah. Bring people in. Hey, if anybody want to come in.
But we still
put your email address or put your phone number in there. I'll text you the link. You can jump in.
We ain't gonna give up neither. We're gonna see if we can get B one last time or something towards the end. So we'll, you know, business as usual, bro. As you said, we appreciate everybody who tap in and who own it. There you go.
Oh, Juan said, I'm gonna hit Juan. I send Juan.
Send him the link. Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm gonna send him too. I'm gonna send a link to both y'all. Both y'all can come in. Let me do that. Keep everybody interested in something. Bust a quick rhyme there. They're freaking
I need to be. You know, we up there in Cloud City.
Jit dance or something.
Jit dance. You got the dancers. Take your camera to the back room. Let's really turn the show up. You like give me in
I don't
trouble.
want they discount dancers. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to show them. Okay?
Hey, you got the mask nowadays. What
They
you talking
not.
about? Everybody look good. I know everybody think they fine when they like this.
They're not for public consumption. You know.
Just admit it, Shannon. You ain't got no O's, Shannon.
I know I don't at all. At all. You're right. Absolutely right. 0.
The thoughts and views of
fuck how I do this. See, when you always you be trying to figure out. You ever do that? Like you trying to figure out how to do something real quick. You be like, damn, okay, how to do this?
It take forever.
So
well, man, yeah, we can get on to in the news.
Yeah, talk about DMX. What's going on, man?
Yeah, we were just talking about with heart. But as everybody DMX has just passed, this past week. Great guy, you know what I'm saying? He seemed like he had a real good soul. His family gave a statement and said Earl Simmons, 50 years has passed, White Plains Hospital with his family by his side. I guess he was in the hospital with a coma for a few days and passed. They say it's from a heart attack. We all know the rumors. I'm not, whatever. It could have been anything. I've heard a lot of different things, but whatever it is, we know he had a heart attack and passed. So rest in peace to DMX and his family. And the crazy part, man, I don't know if you got some words you want to say about X, but his family was saying that that people are making up sites. So if anybody see a site where they're asking for money for his funeral or something like that, that's not them at all. That has nothing to do with them. They would never do that. And they also said that nobody's bought his masters, because I'm sure we all seen the meme like, such and such bought his masters, but they said that's not true. So,
that wasn't true.
No,
they said Jay-Z bought his masters.
Yeah, so it's all right. I can't
people
understand.
Be throwing out all a bunch of news when stuff immediately happened. They throw out a bunch of news and this is how much clout chasing people love, just for fucking attention, just for attention. And why do that? I mean, this is one of the legends of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the guys who you felt his realness. It's nobody you could say. But you felt DMX, in his verses. I feel he had that. I feel he brought people to God. Even all the shit that he was going through, I remember people would be like listening to his prayers in tears. You get what I'm saying? This is when I was heavy in church and stuff. Yeah. People would be listening to DMX prayers in tears.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he seemed like you say, real cool dude. Period. Like every time you see in his interview and saw him in person, you could feel that he was genuine. He seemed like the type who was pouring out his heart. So rest in peace to him, man. That's a big loss to the hip hop community.
What's your memory? What's one of your memories of DMX? His music, his if you ever saw him in concert, what's one of your memories?
Crazy, but kind of like what you said. I used to look at him, and it's me wrong being judgy, I guess. I don't know, but he'd be praying on a song, and then he'd be, oh, yo, Nick's been to jail before, so, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. So but my cousin LaRue, shout out to my cousin Rue, that's my dude. He put me up on it, and it was the flesh of my flesh, so I really wasn't feeling it too, because he dripping in blood like Carrie. I'm like, what is this dude on? But I got that album and listened to it cover to cover, and I was like, man, this dude's incredible. Like his energy, you could tell he was coming from the heart. And then we start to learn his story. It just opens you up to him. So we lost a great one right there. I'm normally not sad when we lose entertainers like that, you know what I mean? Because it's like I didn't really know them. But you almost feel like you knew DMX,
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. With me, it was like, hey, I sent Juan and Blue Out, I sent y'all the link. Y'all can tap in. For me, it was like, I remember him through just his songs, like his hit songs, like when he had the whole blood cover and stuff like that. I get you on a lot of stuff, but then I could feel the realness of a person. And you don't have to be perfect to love God and to pray and all that kind of stuff. So it's one of the things that God thought he was greatest guy in the world in the Bible. He's like, what? And the other guy was just like, you know, save me, Lord, please, Lord, you know, and he had more of a better heart than the other guy. But the thing is, I always felt DMX had his heart was towards God, you know, but he had other shit, which we all have.
Yeah, he's imperfect.
So the one thing with him, I remember one of my best friends, right? Love DMX. I think he had one of my friends. I think he had a mental issue because I mean, I ain't talking about with mental
issues. Is that for real, right? I almost don't want to laugh.
No, I'm serious. I think he did. He was driving to New York. DMX was playing, and he'd be driving. He'd like hold the steering wheel, and this motherfucker would be like this. This is how he actually be. Just pulling the steering wheel like DM, and I'm like. As I'm driving next to him, I'm like you know, niggas in the car when they driving together, you just do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't directing your driver to nothing and how you respond to music, but I was just like, okay, that's a little
weird. That's a little different. They caught you off
weird. That's a little weird. So he was acting like he was almost acting out DMX in a sense.
I don't know, man. I don't probably got that hype over DMX, bro. When I'm about to jump out the sunroof, he got some hits like that. You know what I'm saying? Stop, drop, come on, and you tipsy, boy.
Yeah, no doubt. What's your favorite DMX song?
Man, it's
I'm trying to get them in here so they can give some DMX words.
Slipping is definitely one.
Falling.
It was just so deep. Yeah, he put himself out there. You know, ain't no other guys got love for me. Ain't no guy. I don't know, man. He had some heat. I went back and listened to a lot of them, and I had forgot about some. Like, yeah.
What's that song with Cisco? That shit knocked up.
With them, just one from. Oh, man, yeah. That's the one.
I can play that on repeat. You know.
I know y'all can check my page if not.
The video.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Michael Blackston.
Michael Blackston is an idiot, man.
Michael Blackston talk in every name he say. I had Trina, Letitia,
his ugly face,
Drama, Sandra, and he was showing his face in every single one.
Oh, that's funny, man. Yeah.
With a wig on, that's hilarious. Yeah, check out Chris Lee's page. Check it out.
But yeah, man, we probably on a more serious note. I don't know. He's talking about the Army officer, and I think you said you had a clip, right?
Yeah. I'll play it right now. And pull it up.
Started off with the right emotion.
Wait for them to come out.
Hey yo.
Can you hear it?
What's going on? You fixing the light, son? Get out of the car now! Get out of the car now! Get out of the car!
Sir, just get
Make
out.
your heart skip hearing that, boy.
Someone talk to you. Get out the car.
You received an order. Obey it.
I'm honestly afraid to get out.
Yeah, you should be. Get out. Get out.
Get out the car.
Get out now.
I have not committed any crime.
You're being stopped for traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest for. You're being detained.
Right.
You're being detained for obstruction of justice.
Violation. I do not have to get out the vehicle. You haven't even told me to stop.
Really? Get out of the car now. Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me.
Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me. You know what? Get your hands off me.
Not a problem. Back up, Daniel.
I didn't do anything. Sir.
Get out of the car now.
Sir.
Get out of the car now.
Sir, look, I'm trying to talk to you.
Okay.
I'm trying to
I'm gonna talk to you. Just get out of my car.
Can you please relax? Can you please relax?
Get out of the car right now. Now.
This is not how you treat a vet. I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're gonna treat me. I didn't do anything. Whoa, hold on. What's going? Hold on.
All right, that's about it, man. I'm on.
Yeah. No need.
Get out of the car.
It's crazy.
Get out of the car now.
What up, though, Blue? Juan?
What up, though, everybody? What up, though?
Yeah, man.
Introduce everybody real quick, and then let's jump into talking about this. We got we got Einstein is what I call him. Einstein, Grand Wanye. Say what's up to the people.
What's going on, world?
What up,
y'all? I'm good. What's going on? What's on? I'm in Free Deacon.
You already know,
Apostrophe S. Y'all all right? Blew out. My guy, I didn't know who the Mega Ali was at first.
You
I
got
had,
a
I
real.
had, I had, I had to click on his name. Like, who is Mega Ali? That's
What's
my
up,
guy.
Blue? How you doing, man?
He might not be tapped in, or maybe
He might be
No,
frozen. He look like he frozen.
he got his unmute his mic. Unmute your mic. You got your mic muted. Unmute your mic and you'll be on. But okay, so let's go into this story. What was first thoughts on that? What about let's go with you, Einstein. Give us some thoughts on what you just saw with the lieutenant who was pulled over.
Man, man, unfortunately, it's not, it's not surprising. It was like as soon as we had a reprieve. I remember looking at a recent I think it was the last Dave Chappelle show that he had did, and he was talking about how everybody, or it might have been Saturday Night Live when he did Saturday Night Live this last time, and he was talking about how everybody was like they glad 2020 was over, and he was like, y'all remember what was happening before 20? You know what I'm saying? Before 20,
Right.
it was like a black person was getting killed every time you turned around.
Right.
And so we had like this little reprieve, if you will. But even in spite of everything that's going on, the trial that's going on right now in the same state, and everything else, it's no chill on that shit. And the reason why it's not is that hate. No matter how you get together and rally and be on television and talk facts and things that just sound like they just make tons of sense. That hate attribute is a real strong attribute, man, and it's still out here. And so, unfortunately, we still got to look at it. We still got to see it. And I just, to me, it's kind of like a powder keg. To me, it's only going to be so many more, man. It's not going to be that much more that's going to go down. You know what I mean? But I thought the young brother handled himself. I think he was trying to make a point. Seeing these people out here being martyrs. I will say this though. You got families and stuff at home. And I get it. Put your camera on and all that good stuff. But don't try to be a martyr, man, because you be the next one to be shot in the head. You know what I'm saying? Trying to prove a point or whatever. I don't feel like you should. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you know what it is, they coming out with a drum, get out. My old man was DPD. So he used to tell me at a very young age, yes, sir. Make sure they can see you. Make sure they don't, don't move. And so at a very young age, oh, yes, sir, officer. You know what I'm saying? When we were young, first out of high school, first with a car, I've always been in that space with them. You know what I'm saying? Just because, these niggas at any minute can take your life. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want my people to be smart. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry about vengeance because that's coming. You know what I mean? I mean, worry about it.
It ain't
Wise
hard.
words, man. Wise words. What about you, Chris? What jumped out?
Yeah, man. I mean, just like Juan said, it outrages you. We all know it's unfair. Man handled himself well, but unfortunately,
Let me ask you this, Chris. I didn't mean to cut you off, but like, have you had any situations?
that's why I was said it. Like, unfortunately, these things happen, and as you said, like I had a very similar situation where I really could have easily been on that same news heading because it's funny, it gave me chills just watching that one, like, because it was like that, like they pulled us over like that. They said me and my cousin Rue, again, speak about Rue, and they said we fit the description of some people who had just did a robbery. We want to fill gas up, put gas in my car. So we said, okay, what's the description? They like, oh, dark skin, 6 foot something. We like short, we like 5'10", and he lighter than me. I'm already half red. So I'm like, man. And I was really into militancy, the Black Panthers, all that.
Always.
So, I'm like, we didn't do nothing, and they like, whatever, get in your car and go. That's what I should have did. Like Juan said, humble yourself, walk away. It ain't always your battle. But instead I say, what's your badge number? He say, what's the matter, you dumb little, what, you can't read? And I said, man, whatever. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. You cussing something to an officer. I forget what it was. So he took me and he was trying to, get me to cuff me. And he slammed my head extremely hard on the car. I'm talking about hard, bro. So my anger took over, and I almost hawked out, turned around, slammed one, slammed another. And it's funny, a little dude, I remember a little dude ran up and he maced me. Because, he ran up on me and he wasn't really looking aggressive. So I paused and he pulled that mace out real quick and hit me. That was it. I hit the ground, put my hands up. And you think about that. I mean, that sounds like this and this and that. But imagine what could have happened. They were saying it when I was, that's why we maced you. We about to take you to that and that, beat the hell out you. They were saying stuff like that while we going. And they could have very likely did that. But they just so happened to do the right thing, I guess, if you want to call it or whatever. And it was crazy because the officers took each other's side. Like, I had another incident with the same area, right? And they lied. They lied because they saw my record. I had approach with caution. They saw that. They said, oh, he's resistant. And I'm like, what y'all talking about? They had officers come in and testify and everything.
Shit,
you know what
it takes notes on
so
you.
it marks you, yeah.
Approach with caution.
Approach with caution. You don't want that. Every time they get out, they're gonna come at you with a gun, bro. It got to be
now in that one situation, they let you go. Did you go to the police station?
No. You talking about which one? The first one?
The first situation.
No. I was arrested. I caught a assault, resisting arrest, all type of stuff. I end up as I was young. I was underage. We was like 17 or something. So that's another thing. We 17, man. We kids. But things that just like, but it could turn deadly. Look at the guy who just got shot. The lady said she felt he was like 18, I think, or 19. I forget his age, but the cop said she thought she was reaching for her taser, shot this man dead.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And I love what Einstein was saying, because it's a shift in energy. You don't have to be a martyr at that moment. I think most of us feel a certain energy just in the air that this shit ain't go, but I don't know, that energy been there probably in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 20s, you get what I'm saying? But at the same time, the one thing that's a constant, all of us had those experiences. I remember I was fucking 13 or 12 going to my Boy Scout meeting. You know what I'm saying? Stopped at the corner store, got picked up, and my ass whooped and everything else. And we almost looked at it like that was some normal ass shit. We was laughing about it. But when I had to think back about it, I'm like, I got the right to just whoop my ass. I didn't sell drugs. I was fucking going to my Boy Scout meeting, whoop my ass. And then when they stopped this guy with the air freshener, I remember they stopped me when I was young about the air freshener, so I knew to take the air freshener off my damn thing. Like Juan was saying, I was like, certain things I understood. I said officer, all this kind of shit. But as I got older, I'm like, man, I can put the air freshener back up there. I'm an old ass nigga now. And me and my wife went to the strip club actually. And we was coming home.
Y'all hear me?
We was driving home. Yeah, I hear you. We was driving home. And the police stopped us. It was about 1 a.m. or something. We was driving home and police stopped us and said it was the air freshener. But he's just checking, seeing if I got warrants and then all that stuff. So I'm like, hey, just remove all air fresheners. We use a spray. We use a spray from now on. It'd be them simple little things. I get in the car, I take off my fucking hat. I sit in the car. You know what I'm saying? I don't drive with my hat. It'd be like little subtle things, but they tear at you over time. You know what I'm saying? All that little shit. But you got to do it almost, you know.
It's sad that you have to. And I mean, it should be a conversation. Of course, I know it's a lot of people like trying to defund the police and all that. And I don't think that you should not have police. You know what I mean? I just think it should be greater training. I think it should be better psychological evaluations to make sure this person, there are a lot of great officers. I got, like Juan said, his father was a police. His father cooled in the fan. That's my guy. I got a cousin
who's pretty cool. Detroit was pretty cool.
Yeah. So, shout out to the goods, the bad apples that run the bunch. So you need to have better training. And I can imagine they probably short, just like any place else. Might be a hiring shortage for all we know. They might be just trying to get bodies in. I don't know. But something has to change about, the way that they handle these situations. Just like you said, we young black men, we know how to handle a situation. I know how to, when I had a son, I know how to tell him how to handle a situation.
Do it. For some reason, I'm having like Mike and hearing Teddy difficulties. I don't know what the hell is going on. So I'm just going to go back to the live and enjoy the show from Facebook because for
All right.
some strange reason I can't hear anything anybody is saying, but I can see you guys. So I'm gonna go back to it.
We got to get you on here though. Okay.
BJ.
What's up, Beej? You there?
Oh,
You in the house?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you now.
Here you can't see you.
I was just
bro.
making sure. That's what I'm saying, because I'm on the road. I'm about to be at the crib in about 30 minutes. I'm in the car with my
We're
daughter
gonna be
right
done
now.
in about 20. You
I
might
know.
well
Well,
stick around.
yeah, you.
You might as well stick around now.
I just had to jump in now.
We appreciate it, man. We thought
I didn't even know what y'all was talking about. I didn't know y'all was talking about something. You know what I'm saying?
So what's up with you, Beej, man? Let's get into you. How's your day been going? How's everything been going with you?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I mean, there's been a lot of ups and downs, but my day's been going pretty great. I've been spending time with my daughter. She in the car with me right now while we riding back to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So it's been pretty good today. But you know,
She said, if you're on time, you late.
everybody about to be late.
Old moniker.
Everybody pumping in and jumping in and out now.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
know.
Man.
I thought I saw Blue out.
He was having technical difficulties. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Well, let's get into that. I mean, if we could speak further on that issue, but like y'all said, I think an important factor is I appreciate y'all brothers because there's a lot of people who say, do this, do that. Y'all gave some real facts to young men. Let's get alive. You can't, y'all swear you're gonna fight a war, have a revolution. You can't do it if all your soldiers dead, man. Let's learn how to live through this and fight on the right.
I understand, like your father being an officer and everything else, and it sounds like you think about these things. How would you say responding to situations like with the police? Because you brought up an important point with the, officer, like handling it professionally, like because one of the things I agree with is like as me, emotion. It is emotional when you get stopped or when you feel like your rights are being violated. But how would you suggest people should handle certain situations?
Man, it's definitely learned behavior. Like I said, I had my old dude that was telling me this stuff very young, and so I kind of have that rehearsed to me when I was young. But I think for anybody raising black kids, as we hear the stories now, mostly everyone who's raised black men especially has said this at one point in time or another, like saying you have to you have to think when you're dealing with people. First of all, I think the biggest thing that you have to remember, you got to treat these people with badges no different than you would treat somebody else in the street. You don't know them, they don't know you, you know what I'm saying. And unless you trying to do me physical bodily harm, I'm gonna come a certain kind of way. But I think when you're talking about the officers, they have this God complex, if you will, this authority level already just by being law. And then if you're, if you're one of the racist people, then you might think that these, the minority races or African Americans, brown, Latinos, that they might be, inferior to you. So that just stacking that on. So just know what you're dealing with when you go into something. People talk about that all the time. Know what you're dealing with. I think that the best thing you can do is this. Know who you are. For me, it took me a long time to realize that the creator is inside of me. So if I act accordingly and I come at you accordingly, he gonna protect you. And even if it means that I gotta get my ass beat or something like that, he's still gonna protect me. So at the end of the day, that's just the way you gotta look at it. You know what I'm saying? It might be a whole lot of reasons that that are coming on, but I know the climate, the situation that the world is right now. We all wanna, we all wanna go grab our, grab our shit, load up and get ready for the war. But as you can see, the way they fight these wars is very psychological, very, mix of words, a lot of different things. And so, like, I don't know, one of you guys said, I think it was Freak said it, you trying to be in part of the war, you trying to be a soldier, you can't do that if you don't got life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, live the fight so you can, help to influence the, the war. Don't worry about the little battles. Your pride, you pull off, your pride hurt. That's all good. And I definitely believe in retribution. So,
Yeah, that's coming from another source. And I just want to add one point too, is like you said, and when I say the war, don't get me twisted. I'm not saying, I mean, always defend yourself. That's your God given.
Absolutely.
I'm saying the war comes down to financial. The war comes down to certain types of power and positions. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's where we're lacking. But anyway, so
No,
we got
right.
my man.
Same page.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Seriously. So you can keep trying to fight with guns if you want to. Like somebody say, they got a whole army, bro. They got what you gonna do? They got the latest weapons. But you really, I mean, I feel you. I'm with you, but yo,
they made your little Uzi. They made your little
right.
They got all that shit.
They got all the Uzis.
You better learn how to fight this motherfucker. Be out here. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I digress. BJ,
I love it. I love it.
BJ Ski. Let's
I just told my daughter. I just told my daughter. You hear what he's saying now? Don't you hear what he's saying? He just told some truth right here.
She's driving while black people. They don't even look out for
y'all driving while black.
Right. Y'all all drive right. Everybody driving while. That's what we should invent. I'm gonna get like a white dummy or a white suit you can just slide on while you driving. Maybe a smock. I don't know.
Hey, Beej, give us a, because I think a lot of people do know, but then a lot of people may not know. Give us a little bit of your family background history in music, music-wise.
All right, music-wise, I mean, Beej Gordy's dad, you know what I'm saying? That's my great uncle, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I came from the Gordy family, so it's a musical family, but I'm from the other side of the family, but we are the big family, you know what I'm saying? And as far as me personally, you know what I'm saying, if you want to ask me how I really got into this shit, I really got into it through Ease musically. I mean, be for real. Like, I was a kid making music and shit, and me and him started rapping together, you know what I'm saying? I really wasn't even thinking about my Gordy side of the family. I never wanted to even really talk about that because I always wanted to be my own artist of my own self, you know what I'm saying? That's why I really never even talked about, you know, that I was from the Gordy family. It took me all the way to like 5 years ago to really let everybody know who I was, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I always wanted to get my own merit through our, you know, our music that we was always doing as children and shit. And, you know, but I do, you know, got a background with the Gordy family, and they didn't teach me music, but, you know what I'm saying, it's just in my blood. You know? So
you said Shannon, though. I heard you say Shannon Cason.
Yeah, Shannon, though.
So I want to know.
That's not called
how did y'all get together? How did that happen? How did y'all meet? How did y'all start doing music? Give us some dynamics to that.
We was just kids, to be honest with you, and was just listening to hip hop music, and we both had double cassette players and shit like that. And we used to just go there, you know, go in the crib and take rap tapes and be sitting there and just like making mixtapes over the shit. We weren't really super rapping, you know what I'm saying, at that moment, but then it just gradually grew into that. You know, we was really friends before the music really hit me and him, but he really got me into the writing and everything like that as far as the aspect. I was doing music, but we was just really playing around, but I started taking that shit serious when Shannon started writing, and I saw that shit. I'm being honest with you. You know, that's what made me really get into that zone like that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Your grandma used to have you on the piano and all that kind of stuff too. Because the stories like your grandma would go church to church playing. I saw your grandma in her last years. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to your grandma, Miss Brooks. And she would, Mrs. Brooks, she would I was at a funeral. And his grandma, listen to this. His grandma, it was at a funeral. The funeral was going on. And I guess his grandma got the call that she needed to play the organ. And his grandma just walks in. She in a fur coat. She like takes off the fur coat. I grab her fur coat for her. You know, she just sits at the organ. Like, she just walks in. She just sits at the organ.
Like Maceo.
To get her stuff.
Yeah, like James Brown.
Boom, 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 boom. And just started playing. And I was like, music is just in this family. She just like walked. It was like 2 minutes from her walking in to her playing. And I took a picture and I sent BJ the picture. But I was like, man, your grandma amazing. And you know the look people have when they know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? The look, like, it wasn't no
business, just straight professional.
I know what I'm doing. you know. So
you know what? But she really had taught me how to do music, and I really didn't want to do it. Like she bought me a drum set at 3 years old. Like, nigga, you gonna play these drums? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be for real with you. I really didn't want to make music, but she was a piano player and a choir director. So that, you know what I'm saying, she is the part of the reason why I started playing drums and all that type of stuff like that, you know, but I didn't really want to do no music like that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, rap music and all that type of stuff came out, but I'm glad that, you know, she taught me the skills and everything, you know what I'm saying? Because she really is like the founder as far as me making music. She is that, because I wouldn't have really wanted to make no music if it wasn't for her, and that's some real shit, bro.
Foundation. Now, what was some of the we was discussing in another show, the pieces that y'all used to use? The pieces that I'm gonna make it two-part. The pieces y'all used to use, and how Born Unknown used to bang out albums in a whole day. Like, who do albums?
We had the False Text 4-track and a motherfucking Rock and Play, the Digitech. You know what I'm saying? Even before then, we just had tape decks and a mixer and a microphone before we even got to that type of equipment. But that was the main stuff we was using. Like, as far as when we started getting like more professional, it was like False Text, 4-tracks, and Tascams, and Rock and Play, just like, you know, just to push and play. It wasn't nothing, you know, where we had an MP or SP or something like that. We had to really sit there and, you know what I'm saying, press the button over and over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope. So what about the? You got to get back to what I'm saying. The legend of Born Unknown and how y'all used to bang out albums. And am I exaggerating? Was it like 24 hours, 48 hours?
No, that's BJ totally.
No.
Yeah, I think we all know that. Hey. Everybody who worked with BJ know he go do 5.
No, we just, you know what? But see that's what was us between me and Ease. You know what I'm saying? We really would start just making songs, and just kept making them and making them and making them and making them. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? We really got serious around 1990. I feel I was serious, but, you know, I know Ease was coming up with the names. He came up with the name Born Unknown. He came up with the name 31 Flavors. You know what I'm saying? And we really was just, you know what I'm saying? I can't even really explain how we were doing.
Rewind that. That's fact. I didn't know that.
Rewind what?
You know, Ease came with 31 Flavors?
I didn't know he came up with the name.
Look, because the name. Yeah, because what it was this. I remember telling him over and over. Look,
I was always.
It was funny as hell because I'm gonna tell you for real.
Tell them what other
but I'm gonna tell you for real how that really came about.
Name I came up with.
I remember how it came about. Right, but no. But I'm gonna tell you how the name had came up. I kept telling this nigga over and over. I said, we're gonna have a big ass crew one day. This is gonna be a bunch of artists. One day it's gonna happen. He said, if that ever happened, it should be called 31 Flavors. Basically said everybody got their own motherfucking style. That's exactly what he said. Just like that.
That ain't how it happened.
You didn't say motherfucker. This nigga did in the same room. I know, because I already
said. This motherfucker coming up with just.
Nigga, ain't coming up with no bullshit, nigga. Nigga, I remember how this shit happened. Look, one thing about Shannon used to laugh and be like, this nigga serious about making music. This nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? He used to take this shit as a joke. So I remember how this
No, you was serious.
What up?
That's the one thing that you carried us all on, being so serious. But I remember you had all kind of names. You was BJ Ski. You was
Grand Smooth.
Grand Smooth. And I remember I would always call you Beej because your name is BJ.
Right. That's how my name came up. Right.
Yeah, and I'd be like, hey man, just go by Beej, you know? But the 31 was when we had that meeting at Kobo and they had a Baskin Robbins in there. And
we already had the name before that.
Kind of like name.
You don't remember. Shannon don't remember. No, Shannon don't remember because that was the only reason why Elvis took us there. Because he said, y'all 31 flavors, so let's meet at Kobo. That's what I'm trying to get. That's
the
only reason why we met down there, because Elvis is being cheap. Elvis is being cheap. He was like, shit, y'all 31 flavors, let's meet at Kobo. It was funny as hell.
I get you, man. Don't nobody know
that was funny.
I'm just playing. What I'll play this real quick. Tell us about the story of this. Tell us
we got the correct goddamn story.
I gotta play this real quick.
Oh, you see.
Oh, man.
You made me have to go get the bottle.
Did you hear it?
He's done way up in time.
Nigga, I peeped your persona. I'm not impressed. The anthem that was stepping with expressing clone candidates. Our mission is revive soul music to use it. JD, perfect the snare, dropping dogs on the beat. So I can spit the bullets out. I'm not a puzzle's complete. Why you screaming hot, wobbly, screaming yes? While the lyrical slug go through a thug nigga's chest. All due respect, let's balance it out. Cause the negativity is really stressing.
Take us to that time in hip hop, man. What was going on with you? Like, what was going on with your career and everything else, man? Because that's some banking that shit. And tell us about that session. What was that? What was up with that?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, during that time of my life, I really was leaning back on music. I really wasn't super serious. I was dealing with regular life, working at, you know what I'm saying, Greek Town Casino. And I really wasn't even thinking about, you know what I'm saying, like doing the music at that particular moment. And I just never forget, I forgot who called me, but they was like, yeah, JD want to holler at you. And he wants you to be on this album because, you know what I'm saying, he had, you know, left Sun Village at that moment. And so I just hooked up with him, and then when we went over there, we talked serious about life before we even got into music. We talked serious about life first. And then, you know what I'm saying, he played me a few beats, and then I just stopped it at the second one. And I was like, that's the one that I would want to rap on right now. That's how that really went down like that. And then I actually did 2 verses to it, but you know what I'm saying, he wanted to be in the song, of course. So, you know what I'm saying, I just did what I did and laid a template. And then he did the rest and just murdered it. That's how that really came about like that.
That's dope.
You know.
Now y'all worked together on some other stuff. You did some you had some other shit in the works. Did that shit ever release, like other stuff that you had did? Because I remember we did a song together and everything else. Any of those things ever released?
No, they never released. And actually, the only one that really got copies of that would be Miss Yancey, you know, his mother, you know what I'm saying? Because those was on ADAT tapes, and that's like 1996. So, I mean, I would have to get in contact with her in order to get in touch with that music because she actually the only one with the DATs, because that's when we was using ADATs back in the days. But that was 96, you know what I'm saying? It was a couple songs that we did, you know, together during that time. And matter of fact, Shannon Cason was on one of the songs, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm glad you mentioned that because I need to holler at her about that.
And clarify, that's the demo, right? That's the demo that was cut for Born Unknown, right? That Dilla was shipping because he was managing you, correct?
Right, okay. Yeah, that was correct. He was shopping that album during that time, you know what I'm saying? Or just a couple songs to a couple record labels, you know. He had shopped it to Elektra Records. And you know what I'm saying, that was our first time getting a taste of having, like, you know what I'm saying, dealing with record labels and things like that. And I was about 19 years old at the time when that really went down like that,
Yeah. Now you worked in so many different avenues because you went to California and you went to Las Vegas and you did a lot of stuff in Vegas. Break down any stories from California or from Vegas, because you made a stamp on both of those cities, LA and Vegas.
I couldn't hear. Okay, I couldn't hear what the question because the microphone was something.
Any stories from like LA and Vegas you was working with and what you was working on during those times? I'm just trying to go through your career in a sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in Vegas, I mean, I tell you about that around 2013. I helped my cousin Sherry Gordy, which is Beej Gordy's daughter, come out with a show called Take the Stage. Sherry Gordy presents Take the Stage, and that was my first.
We would lose the nigga right in the middle of the story. Huh? Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I had muted on myself. My bad. Yeah.
What the fuck you mute yourself, man? Was you farting in the background?
Man, I was
coughing. I was coughing.
Nah,
yeah, I ain't want to be disturbing. You know, Shannon get on me after the show, y'all. He abusive. Why did you do that, man? What is wrong with you? I'm sorry, Sir Cason.
You silly, man. You say Mr. Cason. You dumb, man. You funny. You funny.
But yeah, technical difficulty. We might get B back. He was on the road. He said funny. Cheap. There you go, man. Let's talk about all the.
Hey, that's Beej's word right there. Where did Beej get that fucking word from? It's cheap. because he had us all saying cheap for the longest, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that is cheap.
That's cheap. That's cheap. That's cheap.
I don't know
That,
where it
man,
came from.
That's
It's so
cheap,
funny
man.
about that because we were using it so heavy. Like, so women I would date, they would be like, "Yeah, that's cheap," and I used to always be like, "But you don't even know what that means."
Like, yeah, what you talking about? That's cheap.
I always be like,
That's hilarious, right?
you know how you date somebody and rub off on you, you know, your thing rub off on you. So yeah, they would be like, "That's cheap."
We were talking to Shep, and I said Shep even had his own dance. Like I said, Cass didn't even know about the Shep. I'm trying to get him a Shep step on the show, man. Y'all some innovative dudes, bro.
No doubt about it.
If we could get it in the next interview, which if you in case y'all didn't know, in the next was Juan, Kit, and Shep. If I could do that, oh my god, that would be amazing.
Let's talk to Juan. Juan, what? How did you start with in the hip hop, man? Because you are a very thoughtful and mindful person, you know. And I don't know if you were like that. Since I remember you, but I don't know if you were like that like before I remember you. But
nigga, no. I used to be a stone cold killer, really.
He's almost straight thug.
I used to be. Nah, man. No, yeah, I've always been who I am today, man. You know, for the most part, a little knucklehead back. You know, a little more knuckleheadish back than when I was younger, but I don't know. Hip hop, I think just like anybody else that was growing up in the time, you know, born in the 70s. And I was a very big music fan coming up. You know, I was mesmerized by Michael Jackson like every other kid, you know what I'm saying, growing up in that time. And hip hop took its form, and it started taking its form, and I was paying attention to it. But when I went to elementary school, and I was like I think I was about 8, 9 years old.
Elementary school right now.
Way back.
I'm just talking shit.
No, that's when it started.
That's when it started, though. Yeah,
I was about 9 years old, and I remember my elementary school at the time went to the 6th grade, and then I went to Cook Elementary on the west side, and I was standing outside waiting for my father to come get me, and the safeties were out there. Safeties were always the older kids, and they were on the corner freestyling, rapping, and so this is my first time seeing people outside of what I saw on the TV up until that point, right in front of me rapping. You know what I mean? And that shit blew my mind. But what really blew my mind was the people around it and how it attracted everybody. And I think that's really what attracted me. I think the attention, and you know what I'm saying, really attracted me to it. But got into it, man. You know what I'm saying? Rakim was my favorite. Became, you know what I'm saying, I was naturally gravitating.
My favorite too.
Yeah, I naturally think gravitating to people who were talking at that time where I considered talking about something, you know what I'm saying, who had a little substance, a little something to say. And that was always my lane, you know what I'm saying. And then growing up in the Bible school that I went to pretty much all my life, that was pretty much the background and the soundtrack of my, you know what I'm saying, my life. And so it was always, you know, more on introspective and things like that, even at an early age.
The one thing I'll say with you and all of us actually, right? So we careers, lives, families, kids, all these different things happened in our, you know, on our journey of life. And all of us right now, you know, Beej is in the car, but all of us got a studio and work on hip hop to this day. What's some of the stuff that you do now? I know you're interested in. I mean, and you've been still creating during this time frame. All of us, every single one of us.
In some form or fashion or another. I think when you are the new age term is a creative, right? You know what I'm saying? We used to just call, I don't know what the fuck we used to call it back in the day. But I think, you know what I'm saying, it's appropriate. I think whether you write, whether you compose music, whether you're taking pictures, whether you're designing, you know, things online, websites, or, you know what I'm saying, or you're just, and it doesn't always even have to be for somebody. It's just something that you like to do, kind of like a innate thing that you do. So we've always made music. I started on the beat tip about 10 years ago. I think more consistently about 10 years ago. But growing up around niggas like Beej, I remember seeing the Rock and Play. And I remember watching him do that, and I remember the task in with the circle, the clear plastic circle knobs. And I remember going to Spot's house with the DJ 70. I remember when Q first got the when he first got the ASR 10. I remember all of that. And I was right there watching all these legendary ass motherfuckers make beats. House Shoes. I remember when they first gave House Shoes the MP and he started learning, Shoes didn't know how to make beats. And we were all right there when all that shit was going on, And I would just watch. We be with each other for hours, smoke 1,000 blunts. We'd be with each other for hours all day long, So it wasn't nothing to do. That was classroom, That's why we learned how to do it. I went to the record shop. Shoes started working at the street corner. I learned how to dig. I learned how to go and find, and look at certain artists and, know what they were famous for. Not like Swing Low. Swing Low is a walking fucking thesaurus of information, Swing can tell you the label they on, the sub label under that, when they got dropped.
Every last piece.
The type of music that was labeled with yeah, Swing is the god of that shit.
Swing is the true aficionado of record, bro. He seriously, nobody's touching. Swing, you'll pull out the rarest record and think you got him. You be like, oh, that's Bobby Humphrey from, what I mean?
It too. Be like, you remember the Jackson Thomas sisters, right? Be like the Jackson Thomas.
Ooh, no,
they were all lesbians. You were like, oh no.
Walking discography.
Swing, listen. Swing would call all of us, right? So for Swing, I used to do this with Swing. Because back then we had regular house phones and shit like that. You had to go to the bathroom. Swing be talking so long about the fucking equipment or the like the intricate people. Like he played the fucking bass on this record or whatever. I'll put the phone down, go use the bathroom, come back. He'd be like, yeah. And Swing and still be like, yeah, so when Jack Dempsey was doing the drums on that,
damn, passionate about it, man. He's definitely passionate about it. What was that? I heard somebody playing something in the background. It sounded like some old. That's some
Beej. That's some Beej right there. Let's check.
I don't know.
Hey, Beej, you hear that?
Yeah, good looking on that, dog. I forgot all about that beat. Forgot about that beat.
What is that? That's a beat he did?
No, that's actually the next single that's dropping. That was just a little instrumental of the single that's dropping in about 2 months. Yeah.
That's recent. So that's recent.
Yeah. I actually did the song about 5 months ago, but it's dropping. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. But see, listen. Let me say this, man. Since Beej on the phone, we want to give him his flower. I want to, be a part of giving him his flowers right now. So you know what I'm saying. I got it in 31 like 94. I just came to South. I was just telling the easiest story, and of course, I think Mind State, Sean Maurice. Peace, love, and blessings to that brother Sean Thomas, wherever you are. But he kind of walked me. He walked me into the lunchroom, and said I met the fellas. I'll tell that whole story one time. But Beej, off the rip, and I tell people this all the time. Beej was like the first person that I met that I can say that I was like in school with, whatever. That I felt like his talent was way above regular people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how you would hear stories about stars that we know when they were growing up, and they always had this.
You super.
They
You
always.
super. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you're super cheap right
No,
now.
he's right.
I never looked at it like that. I never looked at it like that.
I know you
Hold on.
Like y'all was the ones that kept inspiring me. I ain't never looked at it like that.
A1,
he never looked at the people.
That's why it's
people. You know, like Stevie Wonder never was like, yeah, I was kind of a
flowers, nigga.
He be hungry about it. But listen, hey, look, I just want to add
out the fucking out the hole and say, give me.
I don't want them to step on them. I don't want the flowers. But look, Beej, and we know I'm gonna let Juan keep your thought. But remember, this is the man
I wasn't trying to cut you off
and did Michael Jackson moves in the talent show and threw the hat out at the crowd. I mean, like you can't deny it because these are facts that are documented that not average niggas get on stage and do a Michael Jackson after they rap.
That shit was funny as hell.
Wait. So that's the thing that you got to say. It was all incorporated in it. It wasn't even that he was a nigga that was in a talent show that did Michael Jackson. That was dope.
Right.
Okay.
That was dope, but
the dope part was that it was dope. That was the you know what I'm saying. You have all of us got to emulate somebody at one point or another in a talent show, but it was super dope. You know what I'm saying, the way he put it together. You know what I'm saying. But no, and then you know, he had that I heard the beat that E just played. That's what when I met him, that's what pocket he was in. He was in that jazz, that Tribe Called Quest, you know what I'm saying? You already knew who his heroes were.
I'm gonna do this to you real quick, Einstein. I'm gonna do this. All right, watch this.
Oh no!
I'm a new school drummer who is well agitated. I never take a short step to climb on my knees. Be burning that 2 degree. Up on my shoes with a 1, 2, and a 3 and a 4. Yo, what I got in store is mass elevation from a rap missionary.
Look how long them damn shorts is.
I never slip coke because the message represents a whole listen. I'm got
niggas was like Capris.
The Field Fest, 1992 at Southfield. That's better.
The kick is the one you select. I'm not diagnosing, but you got the right one. Everybody in the house, let's have fun. You won't work out. Well, ladies, that's a little.
Who was that with you,
That's Chris Lee. Chris Lee.
Oh, okay.
92.
I'm in the comfort zone. I'm not
just getting the Southfield.
With the Colgate outfit on, I look like Mint Colgate.
Look at the cross colors and shit.
Yo, what is the clock if it doesn't go tick-tock? No, I'm not a newbie on the block, but I got the right stuff. And listen, here up to fill you up, yo, just like a Milky Way. Cause it's the type of rhyme to help you work, rest and play. Get it, got it, well, I hope you do. So jump up and down, just like a kangaroo, come out.
Dope, man, that's dope.
Look, motherfucker, 1992. The niggas
you can't front on that. You can't front on that.
I just said, nigga, we had no cross colors.
We like a piece of Big Red in a Colgate.
That's what I'm saying. Motherfucker had long ass shorts.
Knickerbockers.
He said knickerbockers.
That was funny, bro.
Hey, y'all probably got all the girls up on that shit right there.
Look, just think 2 years prior, motherfuckers was wearing them big ass hammer pants and shit. You know what I'm saying? God,
what they call skids.
Skids.
So with the flowers, you know, just going with that theme situation, Beej, seriously, man, you did give us a lot, man. You gave us a lot as far as in your work ethic and your talent and everything. I remember when you went to Southfield, you know, it was like a change, you know, it was a shift. And I was like, I had to step up because I was like, damn, okay, it's some good shit going on. So it was, you know, yeah, no doubt about it, man.
Oh, no, man.
Everything else.
No.
He's always been the man. He always tried to do that shift.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't be trying to flip that shit on motherfuckers.
Yeah, he was the man too. He gave it up. I guess he got bored with it. I don't know.
Yeah, man. So keep that shit going. And the wonderful thing about it, Beej, you still making dope ass shit, nigga.
Yeah.
So what's next, man? What's next? What you working on next?
Present the whole fucking crew to the world. That's what I'm working on right now. My album ought to drop in about 2 months, and majority of the whole album really is my crew on there. I'm only on 6 songs. The other 7 songs is my crew partner even with me on this album. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to present the whole crew to the world. Last one's out, 31's out, 31st Century, all this good shit. Shadow Nation. You know what I'm saying? That's what's in the works right now.
Hey, some people want to get on me and you, man, to do some
whenever you ready, dog.
Man, I keep trying to tell you, man.
The motherfuckers just talking about
I got a whole
their
album
EP.
beats over here.
I don't want to hear that shit. Look, bro, look, ease, look, Shannon Cason. You already know damn well I've been telling you about this for years. So let's go ahead and get the knock this song out.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Let's have some fun with it. Let's have some fun, man.
Yeah, I need to do it.
No, I'm just being funny, dog.
Yeah, that would be incredible, bro.
What's a good top 5, Chris, man? What you got a top 5? Because I love to go through it.
Oh man, that's a great one. I don't know though. What's going on this week? Top 5, what y'all watching? Top 5.
Top 5.
Baddest Bros is Shannon.
We got Beej and Einstein, both producers, both lyricists in a sense.
We did the triple threat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, triple threat we did already.
Top
Einstein
5.
good at this too. What's a good top 5, Einstein?
Oh man, so we can talk about a little top 5 little unknown, not readily known music.
He said Bible scripture.
He said literally no.
Go ahead, man.
I'm talking about like some maybe some underground or some people need to bring some light. Top 5 people you listen to now that people might not know.
Top 5 unsung hip hop crews or hip hop groups or artists or whatever. Top 5 unsung. They're not the biggest, but they was putting out some dope ass shit. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I got to start, I guess, because I said that, right? So for me, I would say top 5. Okay, unsung who people don't. I would say Jungle Brothers. Jungle Brothers definitely is in that top 5. Unsung, I would say who was I listening to a lot who wasn't getting a lot of play. You know who I listened to a lot? I listened to one song, but that Madism, who is that?
Channel Live.
Channel Live. I like that one song.
All you do was close.
That's all they had though, low key.
Yeah, wasn't nothing else to listen to. They had another one with Kara.
I don't care as one, but I'm gonna put them in because I'm just coming up with this at the top of my head. And then top 5, so give y'all time to come up with something. Top 5 unsung. I'm gonna be honest, even though a lot of people know about him, I still feel like he unsung. Jay Electronica, I listen to every fucking thing he put out. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of unsung in a sense because it's only mixtape shit. You know, you get what I'm saying? So, but I've listened to everything, and a lot of his shit is inspiring to me. You know, other hip hop, I would say is Kid Flash. Y'all might not know who he is.
He laughed like a motherfucker.
Ice
Kid
Cream.
Flash was one of the worst motherfucking artists I've ever
from 2 Live Crew.
I'm talking shit.
Kid Flash, bro.
Gotta throw some shit out there. Because listen, we used to go to the record store. We'd do anything to get money to go to the record store. Me and Beej. And we'll cut grass, we'll rake leaves. I don't know how many people had to do this when they was young, but I would do my mom's feet, which means fucking massage my mom's feet and get the corns off my mom's feet. That's something I used to have to do as a kid. But I would do it,
bro.
I would do it for that fucking money, man. For that money to go get a record. And it meant something to call Beej and say, "Hey Beej, I got this new Kid Flash shit, man. This shit is dope. You know, I got the new whoever it was, you know, Big Daddy.
And then trade me some tapes, nigga. That was garbage.
We would trade our tapes back and forth. Kid Flash, I had bought it because he looked cool on the cover. Shit was the wackest shit you ever want to hear in your life. It was the
This nigga traded me for a special ed tape. I got home mad as fuck.
I was like, this shit is dope. it took his special ed. I gave him the Kid Flash. He took his special ed and went home.
Oh, you gave Kid Flash for special ed.
I know, man. I called this nigga like he had the phone.
He knew he was gonna fall for the cover. Like the cover do look sweet.
Yeah, it's funny, man.
I'm 100% with my boy Mind State. OC, and I've been listening to OC even today. I was listening to Times Out today. You know what I'm saying? So that's my 5. That's my 5. I don't know. Beej or Chris, jump in.
You said you was listening to Mind State. Hold on.
No, he said OC. Mind State in the
I can't even see everybody in the chat.
Oh yeah, you don't see it. You don't see it. I put
Here
it.
we go. Maybe I can. Here we go.
OC shit was
shit. Yeah. Okay, boom. I got y'all though. OC Mind State. He might be one of my top 5 unsung. He one of the most incredible. Yeah, he got to get his flowers next. Hey, but look, I'm gonna go old and new and jump around. But you said, like I said, I had a chance to think. But an old school cat who don't get no props and he was so beastie is Def Jeff.
Oh shit, Def Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah. Def Jeff was the man.
He had.
Hey, low-key, he was the man on a lot
understood
of stuff
every word.
Too.
Yeah, he was hard, man. Def Jeff did not.
He had a lot of influence behind the scenes too for a long time. Like
I didn't know that. I'm happy. Yeah. He need a real unsung then for real while you playing. You know what I'm saying? But he was the man. People used to sleep on him. I was trying to think of the song. Oh, he had the "Don't Say Nothing, Just Give It Here." Y'all remember that? He never
should have promised you. Of course you would like that shit, bro.
Oh yeah, right. my daughter said that's not rapey. That's not rapey.
Yeah, that's
give it here.
You could have a song like. You could have a song like this in the Me Too movement. Talking about some "Give Me Here."
Yeah.
Going to
I ain't say
jail.
make it now. Hey, him, look at the original dude. You go back to some of these lyrics, boy. But yeah, him. Oh, Danny Brown, man. I ain't just saying because he's from the D.
Danny Brown is.
When I heard Blunt After Blunt, it was just like crazy. He's different, phenomenal.
I listen to Greatest Rapper Ever. I listen to that on a consistent basis.
Yes. So he raw. Danny Brown is
in a fucking fucked up kitchen. You got to be in a bad kitchen during that period. You had to be in like a kitchen with, you just had to be in like a apartment looking kitchen.
Right. Then I would say Elzai. I don't know. I don't think Elzai get the props he deserves.
That's crazy. That's y'all boy too. You know what I'm saying?
Listening to that last one. Yeah, like that man is incredible. Salute he was going, but he always has. Like really, I think it was Shoes or somebody I was listening to playing some old stuff and pointing out that he always is going in. So this is really like the new stuff is just.
Oh, it ain't never been a time. It ain't never been a time when L that he wasn't L. He was. I think it was always been phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Phenomenal, and he just get better with time. You know what I'm saying? I think the world's really just catching up to him.
Another dude, man, who influenced me, just running through it on that militant stuff, especially. But he was hard though. Was Paris? Y'all remember Paris?
I remember Paris.
Yeah.
He was on his probably. He was down with PE for a while too.
Yeah.
He was influenced. You probably was influenced by him because you was on that. You was on your militant shit real heavy.
Right. I was
we still be on a
fan. I was an X-Clan fan all the way.
X-Clan all day. They probably should. I don't even think the AMG. D
Nasty look, this is a little known fact. X-Clan to the East Blackwards. I have bought that album more times than I have bought any other album that I've ever owned.
You just keep buying it.
It's double digits. I will keep buying it. I'm talking about physical copies.
Every time you lose, you get
I will keep buying it.
What album? Say it again.
X-Clan to the East Blackwards, their first album.
Oh, that shit is dope. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh
my god. Yeah, that used to be.
I had a friend of mine. He played that all the time. All he did was play Tecmo Bowl. All he did was play Tecmo Bowl.
With the Raiders.
No women.
With the Raiders.
Like we'll be like,
Tecmo Bowl, X-Clan.
Down the street like you, man. He playing Tecmo Bowl. He just Tecmo Bowl. Nigga, I would have played Tecmo Bowl.
I never could game like that. But yeah, even D Nasty said AMG and they whole crew was dope. Like you said,
Oh
Real
yeah,
known fact.
Quick
He's
and all
like
them.
the nicknames. I was High C, bro. Then High C. Mine was Highly Intellectual Child. You know what I'm saying? But then they came out with your boy, which all the DJ Quick artists was dope.
Mm-hmm.
You say Grand Verbalizer.
And the funny thing, somebody said DJ Quick. Somebody said DJ Quick was fire.
DJ Quick was fire.
High C, second to none.
Second to none. Yes. High C.
AMG.
Get that out of my money.
Wait. Okay. Wait. We got to give undivided attention. Einstein.
What's that?
Top 5 unsung.
Top 5 unsung. Okay. Let's see. Unsung. I was sitting here trying to think. You know, it's hard because all of us was hip hop heads, so everybody on the same tip. But for me, a few people that I really liked. King's son. I don't know if y'all remember King's son, but I respected him on a lyrical tip. He was like a very militant rock kind of dude. Man, he had this album XL, and it didn't really do a whole lot, but he had a song on there called Soft Shoe Booty. To this day, it's one of the hardest songs that I've ever heard. But it was called Soft Shoe Booty. And it wasn't about no woman or nothing like that, but one of the hardest songs I ever heard in my life. Anyway, who else? I'm trying to think of you know what I'm saying, niggas that was really kind of obscure.
I know who you love that was one.
Who?
Casual.
Oh yeah, that's the Soft Shoe Booty. I still know this.
Soft shoe booty ass tucked in your cold ran out.
Out of luck.
Go. I thought it was easy.
Sweet this me.
Hey,
but that didn't please me.
Is a killer, dude.
Yeah, to this day still.
I listen to Casual on a consistent basis.
Yeah, a consistent basis. I follow the dude Instagram. He's still a killer to this day.
To this day, I saw him live and he killed it, man. I was like, I mean, this was a few years ago too. I ain't talking like way back then. I'm talking
about right now. I'm trying to speak a freestyle the other day. Somebody said Kwame. D-Nail said Kwame. I'll shut up over that.
And to the alligator sitting in the moat. Peep what I wrote. Hard. I thought this shit was a quote.
Asking the competition.
Ooh. He said you bit so hard. I thought the shit was a quote.
That's
hard, right?
Hey, he said Kwame, man. And Kwame, hey, y'all know Kwame do on Instagram. It's called Saturday Morning Tunes or Cartoons.
I follow Kwame too right now.
Yeah, he be killing it early mornings on the mix.
I follow all the old school niggas. But Shine Mo is on the line. What up, though, Shine? I want to say low-key Speech from Arrested Development. I fucked with them. I fucked with them. They was on that real vibey shit. Oh, here go another unsung hero. Diggable Planets. Them niggas was super, super dope. I mean, they were, up there, but they always were, kind of.
What was the girl's name? What was the girl's name?
Ladybug.
Fucking sexy and fucking dope as fuck. Her voice, I don't see how she wasn't doing like voiceover. Did after that,
but she did a group of something that was like for kids or something like that.
Puberty in the sense, we was like, fuck. Her voice was so fucking dope, man.
Yeah.
She had that voice.
Hey, I got one more I forgot about. And low key, my man from this group did a movie with Lakeith Stanfield. That was kind of it was weird, but it was kind of dope. But The Coop, y'all remember The Coop?
Oh yeah, I remember The Coop.
Yeah. You know that movie? I forget the name of that movie that came out with Lakeith Stanfield, but I didn't realize my man Boosie from The Crew had wrote it. I could Google it real quick.
No. He dope. He out of Oakland. Some of my friends. Yeah. A lot of people know him. Beej.
What up?
Listen. Beej is a fucking historian with this shit. And then he would click off.
He's like,
he don't know how to
don't put that light on me.
You ain't gonna trap me up. They gonna try
You
me.
shine that light on me.
This motherfucker.
Oh my
You gotta
god.
love him, bro. He the
I
same
gotta
old
learn
dude.
to not hype up Beej. Beej play this fucking humble role and shit like that, and the motherfucker would dart out as soon as you start.
There you go. He came back. What you say about me
As
now?
soon as you start saying,
I ain't saying shit. Hey,
like, fuck
look.
I ain't talking
All
shit.
I know is, I don't even know what the fuck y'all was talking about.
right,
Oh,
listen. Unsung.
Top
You know what
five.
unsung mean? Hip hop shit. Take us through it, man.
It's hard. It's hard,
Top
man.
five.
I mean,
It's all right, yeah.
top five, just flat out.
No. Top five.
Five or whoever you want to throw out here.
Whatever you want to do.
Whoever
Yeah.
you wanna throw out.
Unsung though, people that not everybody know about, but they was some of the hardest groups out here.
Shit, I mean, there's some people that came out within the last 10 years. You know what I'm saying? That I can talk
Yeah.
about. You want to go old school, you know what I'm saying?
You can go old school or new school. I like new school too
All
because
right, okay. I'm gonna tell you right now. Currency. That's one of the dopest people I've
Honestly,
seen.
that's been digging into his
I
shit.
love Splitter.
No, I mean, and you know what I'm saying? Dope doing motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Just the content, the beats, all that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
for a lot of
understand,
years.
for me,
For a lot of years now, consistent.
for a lot of years. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think because it's so many, man. I could actually do top 20, but I ain't gonna go that far. I'm gonna just do some obscure shit. I mean, just off the wall, sugar free though to me. You know what I'm saying?
Free.
That's ain't quick. That's the same quick. That's
quick.
quick.
See, that's your California roots there. You get into your California shit. Yeah.
That's why you be wearing all them. That's why you be wearing all them like silky rayon pimpy shirts.
No, I ain't trying to pimp
with his
shit.
chest, with his chest out. This nigga BJ. This nigga BJ always on
He
the
having his
phone.
chest hairs out for the ladies.
I thought it was like a fourth button rule, like the fourth button be got it, but no, man.
Free raw though, for real, y'all. Don't sleep on him.
I'm a two button man. Beej going for the whole 4 buttons. Listen, you know the confidence of a nigga by the buttons. The one button dude, that motherfucker. You know, I'm a 2 button dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you a little bit. Beej do the whole 4 buttons on you.
He just ripped the buttons off.
Oh, y'all super cheap.
Who else got Beej? Who else?
Brand new.
Freak. Oh yeah, well, we can say that. Yeah, damn. Hey, hardest Brand Nubian song.
What'd you say?
Hardest Brand Nubian song. Minister Society.
Yeah, that shit was out
Oh
cold.
yeah, I forgot about that one.
That shit was out cold.
It's been a minute.
You want to taste the lead to get your face fed. After I'm done, you rather suck on pencils.
Man, that
I'm listen to that right after this over, man.
Yeah, that shit was hard as fuck.
Yeah, you about to make me go listen to that whole soundtrack. Was hard, bro.
Yeah, that shit was out cold.
Beej put me up on. I think you used this for one of the beats on the talent show or something, but you put me up on another rare when people want to talk about, which was Future Sound and Original Flavor.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Fuck, that's you going like
way back.
under a fucking rock shit.
But the only reason I said that because I had no idea who they were, and then Beej put me on it. I think he let me borrow the wax. It was something crazy, and I listened to the whole. I know he had the tape, and he let me get the tape, and I listened because he had sampled something. But whatever the case, man, that and the Original Flavor that had Jay-Z on that Original Flavor he gave me. We didn't even know who he was back then.
Hey, speaking of
Jazz
is an unsung one too. Jazz,
Jazzo. Wine Sophie from Wine Sophie fame.
But them albums though, like listen to them songs, they had some beats on them bitch. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Yeah, they were beastie though. I didn't mean to cut into the, but I forgot Beej. And like I say, that was only I never would have found that without Beej giving me that.
But I mean, if it wasn't for Ease, I would have never know who they were though, because he the one that even bought the first Original Flavor and the fucking Future Sound album. But I was like, damn, this shit
I
sound
don't
different.
even know. We don't know who bought what.
I
And
know because I remember
Organized
we
confusion.
all buy the
bought a
same
lot of
shit. And we would
music.
share albums.
Yeah,
Yeah,
D.
motherfuckers was buying a lot of music.
Yeah.
And
He said
somebody,
organized confusion. Yeah.
somebody brought up another good one.
Organized confusion.
Listen. Somebody brought up another classic that you can just put in. You don't have to fast forward one song because that's how we used to look at music.
Yeah.
I have to fast forward a fucking song.
Yeah.
The shit wasn't. I mean, it was good, but I gotta fast forward this fucking song. You ain't have to fast forward one song on this fucking first album. D-Nail just said it.
Group home.
Group home album, you ain't had to fast forward one song. You could play that shit all the way through.
Yeah, it was dope. But pause.
Classic.
You, the only cat I knew who in Michigan State had the instrumental. You had the instrumental too. I think it was like the group home album. You had all these.
That was Head. That was all Head and Tony.
Oh.
I used to steal their albums back then. I stole a lot of House Shoes albums too. I ain't steal them, but I borrow them and no return them.
Don't give them back. You that guy who get in trouble at the library. Well,
Hey,
man,
I'm gonna take this real quick.
Remember when we went to their beat that was dope? It was the group home album. It was like 3 or 4 albums that was all from their beat. He had the instrumentals, dog. We was going bananas in Michigan State.
Head used to have everything. I'd be like, "Hey, Head, let me get this one. Let me hold this one. Let me hold this." Yeah, he was cool because he'd be like, "All right, man, he'd come over and take over, steal them back." You know what I'm saying? Beej, who else you got in your list, man? Who else?
I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all had threw me off guard because I can go down the list forever, man. But I mean, I'm gonna go back to what Juan said, X-Clan shit. I ain't gonna even front. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel because X-Clan has some of the, as far as inspirational shit. You know what I'm saying? In my top 5 of the old school, I had to throw that in. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I was just trying to show you who I felt. You know what I'm saying? From different facets of the music goes, as far as that goes.
No doubt. Anybody else throwing some shit in here? Anybody else?
I saw a lot of
you can remember albums that you never heard.
Shit.
Hey, what about the corny ones who was on something like y'all remember like the Goats or something like that?
Oh, the Goats. Oh, shit.
They sold a lot of fucking albums. They probably millionaires.
Singing them, man.
They had one song and then the rest of the album sounded crazy than a motherfucker.
The Beast was like that, but you know,
right. Yeah, it goes. I remember those.
Yeah, man. You know, we had some interesting.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be for real. Can't nobody front on Black Sheep neither. I'll just let y'all know.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody front on them.
Yeah.
Well, that's you know,
native.
That's native. Yeah, so you can.
Some motherfuckers was unsung though. You know what
I
I'm
do
saying?
still listen to parts of that album. That album was real hard, man. Y'all think of Flavor of the Month and Strobe Light Money. They was like ahead of their turn because who make a song about the ugly girl at the club? Like you had to then the lights come on and you be like, I gotta go. Genius, bro.
That was some genius shit right there. I gotta go. Look, everybody had situations where she had a nice body. You were just like, hey, let's go to this movie theater way out here. She was like, why are we driving out to Clinton Township to go? Let's go to the movies. I don't want nobody to see me and know me. You know, but that's terrible. That's terrible.
I feel bad for y'all too, because like I say, this COVID. So is y'all out here meeting them? Anybody who's single with the
I ain't meeting shit.
How they look when the mask come off? Like you done hooked up. You seen the body and the eyes. That's all you saw.
Hey, real quick. Before I
what about this one? You remember this?
Oh yeah. This is dope as fuck. Looking for the magnum.
No joking with the magnum, searching for the old best. Where can it be? See, every single day that I say what I want to say.
Hey, that's when hip hop was fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just had to come over to different shit, and it was like you would hear some new shit, and you'd be like, okay, they passed the test.
I remember Top Authority. You reminded me of Top Authority when you played them. Flint, but that was real hard.
Oh yeah, they were super dope.
What was you saying though, Juan? I thought you was
I'm sorry, Juan. Yeah.
No. I was just saying. It was a couple mentions to PRT. Rise Intelligent is a beast. Even to this day, I follow Rise Intelligent right now.
He got a book. He got a book out or something right now. I forget what it was called, but it looked real interesting. I just haven't read it yet.
Check this out while it's on the tip of my tongue. Y'all know who got a song out right now? And I think Large Professor did the beat. Motherfucking Al from Down Scratch.
Oh, I saw the video.
That shit is dope as fuck.
That shit dope as fuck.
Hey, Shannon.
Yeah, that nigga Zoe played it to me. I was like, that shit dope as fuck. Dog.
That shit dope as fuck.
He just reminded me, bro. I'm trying to think what we can look up. Have y'all seen that? I sent it to somebody, but that Orlando Brown video. So Orlando Brown is the dude from what's her name? Raven Simone show. And remember after the show, he was acting crazy, talking about people saying all type of crazy stuff and acting wild. Bro, he got a video out right now. It's incredible. I ain't even trying to be funny. The
guy who played the woman in the fucking Joanna Man you talking about?
No, that's Orlando Bloom.
No, that's Orlando Bloom.
Could you imagine that though? Yo, Orlando Bloom got bars.
That's what I thought
Orlando Bloom is white.
Oh yeah, Orlando Bloom is white. Our liquor is cut off for the night.
His name is Orlando.
Hey, the Beat Nuts.
Yeah, my man. I saw
Beat Nuts was up cold.
Dope as fuck.
That nigga blew out co-signed Orlando Brown, dude. I'm telling you, I'm about to show you.
We gotta see. We agree with Blue Out though. Blue Out got good ears, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, I gotta hear
what you trying to say.
We gotta get that nigga
garbage.
Freak is nice sometimes. Freak is nice.
We gotta get that nigga some flowers, man. That nigga Blue Out was also one of the nicest niggas that anybody knew.
Yes,
and that's for real.
Anything.
Genius, man.
I mean, dog, the beat and the rap at the same time. You didn't know.
At the same
you don't
time.
know one of the niggas in your lifetime. That's the only nigga I know that did the
beat
rap
and
motherfucking
beatbox at the same time.
Yeah, he was one of them. Blue Out one of them dudes. He'd be like, "Who is that?"
Check your boy out.
What is this? This the Orlando Brown shit?
Yeah, he trying. I was just playing.
Why you gotta say he trying?
He said he tried. I thought that was out.
He trying. He almost there. Why you gotta say it's like he almost there?
He just stole the X-Clan's chain. He chilling. No, that's dope as fuck. I ain't gonna front.
That's fresh music.
That's not what I expected from him. Let's just say that.
No, that's fresh music. That's fresh music, though.
Yeah.
You know.
He got a nice jacket. That's for sure.
Oh, wow.
Nigga,
hey, that nigga know how to dress. I know that much.
Nigga he had some nice digs on. That was pretty cool.
Background look though. Yeah, he has some nice things going on. He got some
that
paper.
Motherfucker got a nice ass house. I know that much. Man.
Yeah, he got some paper. At least say that much. That's
for real.
Nah. I'm gonna listen to that. Right after we get off.
I mean, I'm not saying go buy the album or nothing.
No, but
that's what I expected.
No, I mean it sounds better than the first motherfucking Lauryn Hill group album shit.
Who? Lauryn Hill had a group.
Lauryn Hill group.
Hey, I want to know.
Who get hit on Lauryn Hill though? She dope as fuck.
No, but the first Fuji album was not fresh.
Oh, the first Fuji album was fresh, and then when they brought out that remix, that really made it kind of dope to the.
The second Fuji album was fresh.
The second was classic, but the first album was straight. It just wasn't like everything beating you upside your head.
Oh, yeah,
hey, Leif Erikson said, "Peace had to come and say peace to the great one, Beej, the great one, Beej.
Oh, okay.
That's love right there, man.
Love to Lee.
What up, though, Lee? What up?
Yeah, he put us, him and his mans put us in our first little interview, like 31 interview, where we was in the free press and we thought we was doing something on that photo shoot and the interview, bro. So definitely love the Leaf. He's always showed nothing but love. And keep banging out them hits. That one with him and your
him and Intricate Dialect. We have an Intricate Dialect next week. Intricate Dialect is next week. So Leaf, come on back, man.
Intricate, y'all come back and check them out. But that song was dope, man.
Yeah. So we'll wrap this up, man. It's been love. Thank you, B, for stepping in, even late, nigga. Hey, we was talking about you before you came on. I'm gonna give you the heads up.
Thank y'all.
You know, if you felt your ears itching, I was saying, motherfuckers move.
My ears is itching, like, you know, I just want some motherfuckers
money. Move if a blonde hair, blue eyed dude say, "Hey, come online," and the niggas be in fucking tuxedos and you know what I'm saying.
Hey man, it's all good. The important thing,
let your boy get your ass on here. I gotta go wash my hair or something like that.
Hey bro, you came through in the end. That's all that matters.
It's all good. It's all good.
We hey, listen, since 7 years old, man, we've been best friends. So
he's mad because he won his bike back, man. He just won his bike back, bro.
I want my bike back, man.
Love you, Sean.
$1,000,000 bucks.
Much love, freaking nature. Always been the realest nigga. I ain't gonna lie. You the realest nigga since I met you. Always realest. Shout out to Einstein. Einstein, let's hang out, man. I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? You like right down the street. Let's hang out more, man. I was gonna hit you up today. Whenever you hang out, call me and I'm gonna come because I need to get out the house more, man. So
and make him do some joints there. Yeah, that's how the Born Unknown album need to come.
I'm trying to trap him.
Einstein production, that would be fire. I'm just gonna put that out.
We waiting on them beats, Juan. We waiting on them beats.
Hey, listen, BJ. I told you
the Grand Juan,
he came through and then the beat was on and the nigga just started going. And I thought I was gonna record the nigga. Then we went got something to eat and then you know, eating late, drinking late. You know, niggas go to sleep and shit. We all you got this grass on my fucking face like an epidemic. They was spread the shit. We just went to sleep after that. They was like, we gonna get up out of here. Yeah, we went to sleep.
Hey, we need them Grand Juan,
It's over here, man. Waiting for y'all. I told these niggas. Real story. I told these niggas about 2 years ago. I said, let me produce. Yeah, it was 2 years. It was 2 years ago.
It probably was about 2019.
I was like, let me produce a Born Unknown album. I'll do every beat. I'll be geeked to do that shit.
Well, we waiting on Shannon Cason.
I got tons of that.
He just said though. He said he right there.
Shannon got bars, dog. He came through. He just picked it up like he never left.
He's the dopest storyteller ever in the world.
That's exactly right, and that's what
I'm gonna have one list. I'm gonna have one feature on there. One feature. I'm the biggest fan. I know I make this nigga uncomfortable every time I say this too.
You about to disappear. Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
I ain't gonna say it.
Just go over there. Look, man. All you gotta do is get Shannon to drop his
nasty, man. They're biggest fan. I'm your biggest fan, man.
Oh, you my D. Oh yeah, D the man.
Killing it.
D is the man.
Oh, D the man. I thought you
the man. Come on, now.
Killing it. You killing it. Einstein was in the spot. D Nasty took your spot, Einstein.
Damn. Out of here, bro.
He's at
D Nasty. Oh man, D Nasty.
Hey, look, disrespect and love. That nigga's been out here. Listen, man. But I'm gonna tell you this: niggas, when you out here and you exercising that muscle, you know, you doing that shit. All of us, it's easy for all of us. We pick it up. You know, it ain't like it's like it never went anywhere. But just imagine if you just you continue doing it. It's gonna show in the pudding. So that's what that nigga D-Nails is doing. So
I can't even
much love.
Working, it's like any sport. I don't care. I'm sorry at basketball. Look, I ain't even built for it, right?
Yeah, you
But
whack.
I realize defense though. Hold on. But I still
You-
swat your ball. I'll break your leg. I Dennis
do a little
Rodman,
move
right?
like this.
No, because I'm gonna foul you so bad. I'm gonna be on the bench. But one way or another, I'm just saying. But you learn, you know, if you keep doing something, you learn what you're good at, and you focus on that. That's what it is.
Hey, this was love. This was love. All around.
Yeah.
This is 30 fucking years plus in the making. And I appreciate each one of y'all for being on this, man. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep
it bigger and better.
Appreciate all of y'all.
I'll be back next week to talk some shit in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, anytime.
All right, man. We're gonna get you.
You the man, Juan. You stay today.
We gotta dive into you, Juan.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because you know he got. Hey Juan, I don't know if you can even angle it. I mean, cut it all up, but you know, it's him, and then it's I2, it's Dorian. I would like to see Just Cuz, or definitely, like I said, to even NNX, either or, whatever was feasible, or even if just you and I2, it don't matter, or you.
Yeah, man. You know, I put it out there. Let's see what this, you know, Dorian.
All right, one love to everybody. One love to everybody. We out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Check out the hey, listen, everybody in here, subscribe to 31 Forever Podcast on YouTube. Just go to your YouTube, put 31 Forever Podcast and subscribe. You go get good shit. Trust me. And then subscribe to the legendary 31, spell out 31 on that on Facebook. And like that, you'll always be in it. So we appreciate everybody.
Shout out to
see you soon. Shout out to everybody.
Everybody.
We out of here. One.
Everybody. Peace.